Okay, guys, I already tried this once, not gonna lie. I ran out of phone storage. So basically, I'm gonna get to the point this time. Oh wait, I'm gonna explain why this is coming out as the same day as the thing where I said tomorrow first, that's important. In the video I released today, I said that I was gonna tell you something tomorrow. I didn't post it last night, so it is tomorrow in my world. So it's coming out today with the other thing. So that's why that's happening. Basically, I'm trans. Gender. I should probably clarify that. I am a trans pastor. That is not normal. I'm trying to remember what I said in the other one because I felt like I did a good job. Most pastors, are not like me. Like, if I go through the list of pastors I know, most of them are cis men. Like, Isaac, Pastor Dave, Pastor David, Pastor Eric, Pastor Scott. If I go through this, I'm gonna be saying pastor, random generic dude name. It's usually from the Bible. We aren't gonna get very far. Like Pastor Jim, Pastor Tim. I can keep going for a really long time. We'll all get sick of it. But I'm lucky enough to know Pastor Evan. I don't refer to him with that. I usually just call him Evan because I don't go to his church ever. And I've only talked to him through email. But he's my mom's old pastor. And he's trans. So that's why this is relevant. And I never bring him up when I'm talking about, like, oh yeah, this pastor I know said X, Y, Z. Because he's kind of famous in our community for being trans. And I don't want to start that argument with people about my friend there. Because it's not a discussion I like to have. And when it's about other people, it's worse. So I go by Alex. I keep forgetting to start with that. The name will be in the channel title soon. Some of you already knew this from Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, because I already did those today. I had to wait until today specifically, May 29th, 2025, because school got out today. I was locked under verbal contract for 9 months. I was not allowed to come out. I was not allowed to cut my hair. I was not allowed to wear a tie. There was a lot of stipulations there. Basically, don't be a dude, bro. So naturally, the date's over, and I'm going to Worcester next year for coming out on the internet. A lot of people would tell their life story here. If you want to hear that, I'm gonna record a testimony video, because I want to extend this, Like, I have a lot that I've been thinking about doing for the past, 7 months. That was hard. I know that some of you will probably have hate crimes to commit. I mean, that's an exaggeration, I'm aware. I don't think anyone who listens to me preach would commit a hate crime, probably. But if you would, don't do that, please. And if you have mean things to say, save it. Because condemnation is bad. I'm scared. And I don't know whether to smile or just, die of terror. Another thing that made me force this out quicker. Tomorrow, we have New Hope lock-in. And Wednesday, after youth group, I stayed and helped clean up purely because I needed to ask Isaac if he thought it was a good idea to skip youth group for 3 months, because the tribes are sorted by guys and girls, and then each one has 2 tribes. And being called a girl made me puke. So I was gonna skip youth group for 3 months straight. Isaac didn't like that idea. I don't know what his plan is, but he said he'd figure it out, so I'm trying not to stress about that when I have enough to stress about with this video and with all the coming out I did today. I just like blew up everybody. But with school no longer being in the picture and being out at church already, if you didn't know, after this comes out, I'm basically out of the closet. Which is scary, not gonna lie. Because, like, at New Hope, I'm not technically out of the closet, but, like, 80% of the youth group is aware. They just don't know everybody's aware. Like, out of names you'd know, Josiah knows, Ellie knows, Luke knows, Nat knows, Isaac knows, Michaela knows, Erica knows. Like, off the top of my head, the people I can think of that don't know are like Seth, Jared, Todd. I know Todd doesn't know because he's the only leader I haven't told yet. I kind of feel bad about that one. Gabe. Trying to remember more names. I don't think Elise knows, mostly because I was scared she'd get out a pitchfork. Don't. I would explain that, but the pitchfork thing's also an exaggeration, don't worry. I also don't think anybody I know owns a murder pitchfork. I know a lot of farmers, so they probably own pitchforks, but not for stabbing people, because that's illegal. It's not worth murdering me to go to jail, guys. I feel like I should shut up. I have some gay sermons, by the way. And I put them on the schedule because, like, I wasn't able to record them. I've had one that I've had written since the fall retreat.